Look at what the Bible says. In Ephesians chapter number 6, we start reading from verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Hold on a minute. Let me just give you a bit of clue, an expo. If you're going to rate military might of a nation, you don't just rate them by foot soldiers. You rate them by air power. Air. Air control. What's the range of the missiles? How many ballistic bombs do they have? How many nuclear warheads do they have? How many launchers do they have? How many fighter jets do they have? It is about what can move in the air. Christians, the air. Media. That's why I keep saying, never let anyone tell you that it's not about the media. He who controls the narrative controls the system. So before the end of this year, we are going to put out a documentary just to help Christians, because we are entering the next phase of the world, what is not just a digital phase, but the artificial intelligence phase. You can go on and say that this is falling demons and falling that. But hey, you can pull aside and study the way it works. And know how to be better positioned to maximize these things for the gospel. You see, artificial intelligence system is not intelligent. It feeds on intelligence. So, what AI works with is what you feed it. It is the information that is more present online that it feeds on. It has the ability to search and gather and put together in split seconds. So what does that mean? It means that if believers don't put things out there, the next generation will have nothing to feed on. Hey, upload. Upload. My heart breaks when I see how sentiment divides us. And unfortunately, you can be loud with wrong sentiment. That's why I beg the next generation of leaders, be honoring, but walk with conviction. Walk in honor, but stay on your convictions. There's a reason for that. You can't get anywhere if you can't take the lonely road. Anyone who thrives on validation is not going to get anywhere. Because the highest we will do is to repeat the previous generation in the next. All right. Because everyone will validate their kind. But God is always on the go. When Femi Lazarus is done with his assignment, there must be another version, an upgraded version. Something far more complex. Thank God for the days of the patriarchs, and you know how much I honor them. But there's a reason why only the acts were documented and not the message. If you add those messages plus the act, it will stall and stop the move of God. It will hinder it. Because everyone speaks based on the knowledge at their disposal for their dispensation. Are you still there? Yes, sir. All right. Don't forget, you can bring the one who brought the ball, but yet not qualified to play. Let me tell you what that means, and I will tell you with my full mouth. Your father can be the owner of the ministry, but you are not a key player. No be by who bring ball, and by who sabi. All right, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of who? The devil. Somebody again said wiles. Say it again, say wiles. So look at this. Put on the whole armor of God that, all right, I'm reading good news now. Put on all the armors that God gives you, that you may be able to stand up against the devil's evil tricks. So one time I have, one of us here, Robert, I said, please sit down. I said, I feel I'm at a phase now that I need to learn how to play chess. So I said, go get it, and then teach me. So he taught me. So you move this one like this one is this. They must not eat this one. First 2 games, it was too simple for him. Just 2-3 moves. Says finish. What finished? Some things are not for starters. If you have Olympics, you don't go with somebody who is just starting. You need those who have entered mastery. God is taking you to where the battle is fierce. Master the practice in the secret. It is not for starters. It is not for those who win by luck. You must understand the game. Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go gently. Let's go gently. You know, the word used for babes is the word nepios. I mean, sucklings. Children who are yet to mature. He said, put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the tricks. I love God's word translation says, in a way that you can take a stand against devil's strategies. So let me explain. The word stand there, against the devil's strategies. I can only demonstrate it. Okay? So, if there is a protest, you know, in this church, all of us act together, right? So, are you used to that already? All right, first 2 rows there, come, stand there, like you are marching as in a protest. Let me have 10 men now, 10 men. 10 men. You know you gym, come. So, now you stand. Oh, yeah, it needs to be plenty now. Is this how pre-protesters are? Now, stand here, look at this. No, come, 1 line. Okay, no, it can be 2 lines. Let me have 2 more guys, come here. So, these people, let me have more protesters now. All right, these people are coming and they are charging. Oh yeah, you are shouting, we no go green. Oh yeah, shout. Then you are coming. Then they are coming. Then they are coming. They are coming. They are coming. Strategies. Stand against the wiles. Hold on. It is not move against the wiles. Stand while they charge. This is coming. Stand. It is what you see in movies. When soldiers are coming and the captain shout, hold! You stand against the wiles. Why? If you stand, it will stand. You are not moving emotionally. Those who can take this stand are those who have been trained to know how to deal with this. And that's why I see people charging and the police will form barricades and all their shields. And one by one, they begin to neutralize. The instruction our captain gave us is to stand. Because if you charge, you break your ranks. Are you following what I'm saying? Sit for a moment. Thank you. Let's give them a big hand. In 2 Corinthians chapter number 10, verse 4, from verse 3 says that though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh, right? Verse 4 says that for the weapon of our warfare are not what? Carnal, but they are mighty through God. Now, for pulling down what? Strongholds. The message says wrapped philosophies. Look up. Anybody who understands military might will tell you that social media plays a great impact in who wins war now. And I'm going to explain why. You see, the last time Israel and Hamas that usually find their stronghold sometimes in West Bank or the what you call, is it Palestinian? Were in an exchange. The Hamas group were media ready. Israel was not. Why do you think that nations now have PR agents, even soldiers, even police? Police. You see PROs, public relation officers, that meddles with the people. These guys are trained and skilled in the science of communication. That what an average police will not have the time to explain, they will explain it. Because they understand the media is important. So you can see Hamas use children as human shield. Then they launch their whatever and then hide in schools, in hotels. And then they know how to come out on media. And sometimes you've seen it online that they gather loads of children and said Israelis bombed them. Then at closer look, or sometimes you see the behind the scene that the children are alive. Why? Strategies. Because as they attract world sympathy, they are not doing that just for sympathy. Certain strong forces will now feel too ashamed to be involved with those who are killing children. It is to the end that the strong people can withdraw from them. Strategies. You can't beat with emotions somebody who is calculated, who calculates before he fights. Have you seen people that when they get into a fight and they say, you come and explain, I don't know what to say, I can't explain, it just happened. Then the person who is guilty, so the other time you need to understand, this. If care is not taken, they'll say, this one is crying because he is guilty. See. We didn't pay so much attention to that word, strategy. And we are not strategic. Because we didn't pay so much attention to it. Let me say this. The church should be careful not to let media narrative rule the church. But if this generation of church should make the mistake, let me just leave it there.